Jackie, Curzon Ashton in the FA Cup tomorrow. We'll maybe come on to everything else surrounding what's been going on this week in a second. But how has it been knowing that you're trying to prepare a team for a big game like it is tomorrow for York City, when maybe you're not going to be here for much longer afterwards?
Well, I think for the players, I think it's important. A good chat in there after training, the importance of winning tomorrow. We'll see a new manager come in, hopefully as soon as possible, maybe at the start of the week. And I think it's important for the club, getting the next round and everything that goes with it. Ties in next round, how they can move on. As I said, I think it just changes everything around the club. But again, I think it's imperative we win. Especially being at home.
And we know there's been lots of doom and gloom around the football club recently because of results. It's the same at any club, isn't it, if you're not winning? Yeah. Tomorrow gives the team an opportunity to give the fans a little bit of hope, a little bit of something to maybe look forward to.
Of course, yeah. I think that's the same every Saturday. I think the players are in the back of their minds about the new manager. Will be watching on, or somebody watching the game for them, and that'll be back of the players' minds to try and press. And some of them maybe feel that they didn't get enough game time with me, maybe to try and press and be part of the new manager's plans. Again, like any other change, I think that's important. But the most important thing is the club, how the players react to that. Hopefully, as I said before, with me moving on for this side of it, that the players respond that in the right way, and they get the backing of the fans.
I'm thinking as well of looking forward. I know we're a long way away from the third round, for example, but in years to come, if York City were to draw Manchester United or Liverpool, a Premier League side, the fans would forget about the league season, however well it goes between now and April. If they got that big draw in the third round, it would give the fans something to look forward to and to cling on to.
Yeah, it's the beauty of the cup. I think I'm sure every other club in this division will be thinking the same, getting through and hopefully get a massive tie, which generates not just the interest but also the financial side as well to improve the squad and make things better.
I'm going to try and look at this two ways. First of all, your side on paper are expected to win. Does that put added pressure on the players? Because you've talked at times about them struggling to deal with pressure this season.
Well, I think it's something we've not handled it well enough this season. I think we're expected to win every game in this division. We haven't handled that side of it well. And I think that's been the biggest factor for me, the mentality side of things. Tomorrow will be the same. They'll come here, a cup final for them as well. Want to get through the underdogs, so the pressure's all on us tomorrow, and the players that must be able to handle that.
Are you confident they will be able to handle that?
I hope so, yeah. I hope, again, with everything that's happened, the importance of playing with a freedom and without fear I think that's been the biggest problem this season. Little bits there in games and small bits that look like it's coming, certain games, but other ones there when they're just kicking the ball or they do things that they don't normally do day to day, and I think that's a bit that's really frustrated myself.
So to completely contradict myself then, we know the pressure's on them in the league. Because it is the cup, there's no points at stake. Does that pressure be relieved from them a little bit? I guess that'll be how you hope it is.
No, I think there'll be even more. I think there'll be even more pressure at home. As I said, the fans will expect to win. We all expect to win. I expect to win. And same every game. I believe they can if you do things properly. But like I've said, every press conference this season, the things that worry me have always been about how we've handled things. And if we do our jobs properly, we win.
What do you know about Curzon Ashton?
Well, a great deal. I've obviously looked at a little bit of footage, but yeah, I think there's certain things we can do to win the match. How we handle it, again, it's how we handle the occasion, how we handle the pressure that comes with it. But I'd rather the players did that this side of it than not be involved. So it's one they should look forward to and try and get in the next round.
York City might not have played Curzon Ashton before, but there are a lot of players in this squad who will have come up against them. Have you asked the likes of Jack Higgins, the Kane Felix, the players that you brought from National League North, what they know about Curzon?
Well, they obviously have the experience of playing them, and where they're sitting just now in their league. But to be honest, it doesn't matter about before. It's tomorrow. It doesn't matter who you're playing, who you're up against, whether it be Braintree last week. The players going out to do their jobs properly, being professional, and enjoying it. If they do that properly, then we'll win the next round.
Team news. Injury-wise, to start off with, how are people like Aidan Connolly?
Aidan's still out, yeah, unfortunately. It's a big loss for us over the last few weeks. Fraser Murdoch, who got injured last week in a warm-up,
Yeah, what was his injury? Because we never see
His
it
groin.
change.
He done his groin. I think it was in the shot at the time, and he pulled up with that. Josh Robinson injured during the week at reserve game, along with Ben Barber. But apart from, I think the starting 11 for last week, everybody's came through that okay.
Lanray came back last week after this long period out. We thought he did quite well. Is that something you'd agree with?
Yeah, I think I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did. You know, he had a bit of cramp in both calves, but no, a good lad. I'd love to have played more with him in this season. Unfortunately, you know, that'll be the next manager's pleasure in working with him. But you know, like to have seen more of that long throw this season and different bit to the armoury. But good lad, good to have him back, and I'm sure the next manager will get the benefit from that.
Everyone's talked about the rotation of players this season and how one team, they take the week after, it tends to be a totally different team that's playing. There's so many changes. Are you going to have to go down that road again tomorrow, or have results dictated that you've had to make so many changes? Because I'm sure you wouldn't have wanted to make 5 or 6 changes on a regular basis like you have been doing.
No, I think it's a fair point. I think anybody watching our team this season would see I'm looking for the settled team, the settled ones that I trust and that are going to handle it week in, week out. And we've not had that. We've not had that consistency. We've not had that. You know, you think one game, then they play the next one, and the performance is not quite there. The consistency is not there. Ideally, yeah, have the same team week in, week out, handling the pressure, going well. But you know, when you're not doing well, obviously you're looking at ones along there that you can trust to come in and do a good performance. So again, a reason why we've changed it so much.
What do you expect the reaction of the crowd's going to be tomorrow? Do you think because of your situation, now we know you're leaving, that hopefully that will lift the crowd in a way and they maybe won't get on the players and on your backs as much and they can just get behind supporting the team?
Well, again, like every game, it's down to the players to get the crowd on their feet, be how they go about their jobs. If they get there, they're attacking, they're doing things properly, the fans will react to that. Yeah, you know, as I say, there's nobody more frustrated than myself with certain things you're doing and how they've went about their business. But again, that's, you know, a main factor why I decided to step down and, you know, pass it on to somebody else to do it, because, you know, there's nobody been more frustrated than myself about certain things going on.